UvaldeRadio.net. Hey, good morning. It's Robert Miguel getting you ready for the weekend. So excited. So many things going on. Palomino Fest. I mean, there's the Pro Rodeo. There's lots of Tejano bands. We've got Friday Night Live tonight. Parade tomorrow morning. But, man, excited. First of all, kind of crazy. Little shuffling around of things. Tonight is Friday Night Live. Normally, we'd have the live interview on the patio at Broadway 830 featuring the rising stars of Texas music. However, tonight we will be broadcasting live from Uvalde County Fairplex for their Night of Rock, featuring tribute bands to Journey, Black Sabbath, and Def Leppard. So, Uvalde Radio Rocks will be out there. We will still be doing Friday Night Live. We're excited to have a local boy joining us on the patio at Broadway 830 tonight. Showtime is 7 to 10 p.m. And here to talk all about it, we're going to call this, instead of Friday Night Live, we'll call it Friday Morning Live. Please welcome Tony Hernandez from Tone's Country. Welcome, man. How you doing?
Yeah, doing great.
I know it's Friday morning, but we're excited about the show tonight, kicking off Labor Day weekend in downtown Uvalde. Now, Tony, from what I understand, you're a local guy, right?
Yes, sir. Born and raised in Uvalde, Texas.
Got a great new record called Getting Over You, which we're going to play here in a minute. We've got it currently in rotation on Uvalde Radio. It's already in our top 25 list, so it's climbing up there. I mean, it's right there in the mix with Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen and all the big boys. So let's talk about the song in a minute, but first let's get a background about you. How'd you get into music, man, here in Uvalde? Did you learn from a real young age? You got family that got you into it? What got you in the music business, and then specifically country music?
Oh man, for country music, it got to be my dad. Ever since I was 4 years old, every weekend we would drive out to the ranch, and on the way there, it's about an hour away in Carrizo. An hour back, he would put 50 number one to George Strait, Willie Nelson, Keith Ripley. So it was just pretty much, it was. I thought it was normal. I thought everybody had cows and a ranch, especially at a young age. So when I got older, I'm like, oh, okay, well, so y'all don't know how this goes or how to mend fences and stuff. So I'm like, oh, well, I kind of grew up into that.
Well, that's awesome, man. It lends some credibility to your country music, because it's always better when you actually know the country lifestyle, right? So when you're writing and recording these songs, it ain't fake.
Oh yeah. I mean, I used to live on Fort Clark, so every time I would drive to high school, back at home, I literally did a caballo, a little horse out there and watching me go to school. So just the hometown feels and everything, man. I believe everybody has their own country feel, especially us small.
Well, man, I love the story about you riding, in the truck with your dad. I think most of us have that kind of memory where, the music that our parents loved eventually becomes the music that you love, or even if you didn't like it in real time when it was, at that point, years down the line, you learn to appreciate it. Did your father play? Did he have any musical influence on you as well?
No, actually, I was the only person in my family who played an instrument. I started at 12 years old. I started picking up guitar, and I even took here in Uvalde. I took a Studio 3 lesson. So shout out to Eric and Studio 3, man. Shout out for them to help me and help me progress at such a young age. I mean, the age of 15. So without them, they're a really big part of me.
Very cool, man. So for those who are considering taking lessons at Studio 3, what would you have to say? Maybe there's parents or students out there that are thinking about it. They're on the fence. Give us some more details on your experience at Studio 3, because I know they've done some really great things for some of the local musicians around here.
Oh, yes. I mean, Eric and the guys, man, they've been a really big support on just helping growth, pretty much. It's just, the nonstop practicing and always it was Camille that would help me with vocal lessons as well, so shout out to her.
Oh, yeah.
Just to pretty much just staying patient and just keep on practicing and, take it in routine. And, I mean, it did really, I believe I did some improvement from 2-3 years ago. But yeah, shout out to them.
Well, that's fantastic, man. Again, we're talking to Tony Hernandez. He's the singer for Tone's Country. So now Tone's Country is the name of the band, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't sure if it was first name, last name kind of thing. So that's cool. Tell me about the other guys in the band before we get back to the focus on you.
Oh, man. So we got my bass player, Bradley Sebastian. He's actually born and raised in Dallas, Texas. And he's a phenomenal bass player. Me and him started the band. We were trying to figure out a name, and Tony Hernandez, unfortunately, there was a guy from South America who took some own and some rights over our songs because, You know, Hernandez has an A slant. You know, as in like the, you know, it's Mexican, so has an A slant, and the guy ended up getting the full rights to it, to the music that we had, so we had to change the band name just a little.
And how did you decide on Tones Country?
Oh man, I was just chilling one night, and well, my nickname's Tony, so I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna write all this country music, it's gonna be Tones Country, like Tony Tones Country, a little catchy vibes off of it.
I like that. All right, so who else you got in the band?
Oh, we got my drummer. He's from the Virgin Islands, born and raised in the Virgin Islands.
Wow.
His name is Steve Maduro. And actually, shout out to Steve. He has a self-defense class for carrying. So here in San Antonio. So if anybody's interested, further, if you want to look at our pages, you can look up Steve Maduro. He does have a business as well. So he's a drummer of Tones Country.
All right. Anybody else we're missing?
And we have our lead guitar player, which is Rick. He's based off in Selma. And my lap steel guitar player, his name's Ken McCaff. He's a these are very, very talented musicians. You know, sometimes I wonder how do they put up with the 21-year-old, but somehow they do. And, you know, we've been playing here in San Antonio and all over Texas, and, you know, so it's a blessing, it's an honor. You know, especially being from Uvalde, Texas, you know, it's just starting off at Oasis. That's pretty much where I started singing at. I started doing some karaoke. I got the opportunity.
So you really kind of got your start doing karaoke. Is that where you kind of realized you could kind of carry a tune and, I guess, you know, hold the attention in a room?
Oh, man, I just got a little confidence where I was all like, well, maybe, you know, if I see other people doing it, maybe I could do it, you know? And, but I guess just with the practice and everything, I mean, I've still got a long way to go. I'm nowhere to where I want to be, but when you have that determination and, you know, the ability to do something, I believe with all practice and God's will, you can do anything you want.
Amen. All right, so you mentioned the guys in the band. How exactly did you hook up with these guys? Did you take out an ad in Craigslist? Did you meet them kind of organically at the clubs, or was it kind of like referrals? And give me the details on how the band gelled together.
That is an awesome question. So anybody who's out there who wants to start a band or any type of business or anything, Craigslist is the way to go. These men, I mean, they responded to my email. We sent videos to each other, and they ended up being the most loyal people I've ever worked with. I'm not really a big fan of using substitutes because I believe we have a strict order in the way we play and a nice foundation. You know, it's kind of hard for somebody to come in and kind of fill that spot. So Craigslist was the way to go for us.
Again, we're talking to Tony Hernandez. He's from Tones Country. They're performing tonight at Broadway 830 at 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, for Friday Night Live. So from 7 to 10 p.m., live, free show on the patio. Just come on out, have some pizza, some beer, and enjoy some country music out there with Tony. Is it going to be just you, or are you going to have a buddy playing along with you?
Oh, it's just going to be me, sir.
Fantastic. Awesome. Small patio, you don't need too much out there. Now, I like what you said, you know, about, you know, you're a humble guy. You know that you're just starting off and you got some stuff to learn, but you've already come a long way in a short amount of time. You've already got a really good recording. I know you're working with our friends at LMG, Gabe, and he's, man, I mean, that guy does audio, video. I know he books some great Tejano bands and he does promotion and whatnot, even with some comedians. So it seems like you're kind of heading in the right direction early on in your career. What do you attribute that to? Just knowing the right people, or are you just a hustler?
Oh, I'm a hustler, to be completely honest, but I'm very thankful for people who are looking out for me and believing, and hopefully I could take us, you know, to the spot where we need to go to.
So let's talk about the recording, where we're playing a song called Getting Over You. Is this an original thing? Did you put this together? Give me the all the details about coming up with the song, and then we'll talk about the recording process of it.
Yes, sir. So Getting Over You was written by Edward A. Garcia and me, Tony Hernandez. And we wrote the song actually over a theme of The Notebook, the movie. And about some personal, you know, some little breakups here and there I had in the past or whatever. But, you know, we just kept that same groove of a heartbreak and pretty much just somebody moving on. And, you know, it's pretty much that type of feel.
Well, it's a great song. It's got a real good kind of traditional country vibe. Is that where you feel like all your music is going to head out, or do you have kind of a variety of styles and sounds that you're going to be looking to record?
Yeah, so we're pretty much just, testing a couple waters in the country music, but mainly I want to do, I want to bring back that Keith Whitley, that old 90s, early, late 80s, type of sound. I like that. If that country song don't got a steel guitar in it, it's not a country song or a fiddle song.
Fantastic, man. So as far as the recording of the single, did you use your band? Did you use some studio musicians? And what was that process like in the studio for you?
Oh, and we actually recorded this song in Austin, Texas. We recorded in Austin, Texas from a guy named Lane Freeman, producer with Keith Davis, and the guitarist was actually his son, Miles Davis, and phenomenal people, very, very, professional, talented musicians, and it was just an honor it was new to me. I came into the room, and they're looking at me, I'm looking at them, and I'm like, hey, I got this song, and, they were just strictly to it. They knew exactly what they were doing, and made the process a lot easier. But, they're phenomenal musicians. It was an honor to be working with them.
That's fantastic. Now, I know you gave us a song. We're excited to have it in rotation, but any plans to push it out to Texas radio or any other stations besides, here in Uvalde or the San Antonio area?
Oh, man, I'd love to. I just don't know how to do it, but hopefully the people I'm working with can help me in giving me that pathway to take this song and hopefully put it in every radio station that I possibly can.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck on that. Again, we got Tony Hernandez on the phone. He's from Tones Country. They're playing tonight, Friday Night Live, Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Showtime is at 7 o'clock. Again, coming out and enjoy great pizza and cold beer and kick off Labor Day weekend in downtown Uvalde with Tony out there at Broadway 830. Now, we got this one song. Is there a timeline to record more of your music? And if so, are you going to put out like an EP? Is it going to all be digital streaming? What's the plans as far as releasing the music to the public?
Oh, man, so we're pretty much looking to do, I want to get into some vinyls.
Nice.
I mean, I don't even have a record player, but I still want to, get like that old sound where I got to drop that needle on that vinyl. So hopefully I can make a couple vinyls, but mainly it's going to be distributed on all platforms, all digital platforms.
Fantastic, man. Well, good luck on the release of that. And the song is great. We're going to get it on here in the radio in just a minute. But before we wrap it up, man, Tony, tell me any other upcoming gigs around the area, whether it's Uvalde, San Antonio, or beyond, that's on your schedule that you can kind of plug and let us know about?
Yes, sir. Actually, November 24th, we're going to be playing at Ruby's Lounge.
Oh, cool.
November 24th, Donovan Amaya is going to be opening up for Tones Country. Yeah, it's going to be full band, full 5-piece, and we'll have full merch tables, and I believe it'll be a $5 cover at the door. That's going to be in Uvalde, and then here in San Antonio, we'll be playing October 7th at 151 Saloon. If anybody's curious on any other dates that we have, it's going to be located on my Facebook, Tones Country. You're able to find it on events.
Fantastic, man. Well, we'll definitely be at that November 24th show at Ruby's Lounge. We do an open mic night thing there and a rock night as well. That's just a cool place. And Donovan's done our Friday Night Live show as well, too. So it'll be good to have a couple of local boys sharing the stage at Ruby's, which is just a historic, Uvalde dive bar. So that's going to be exciting, man. Again, all the information, find Tones Country on Facebook. And, man, again, Tony tonight at Broadway 830. Any other information or anybody you want to give a shout-out to or thank before we wrap it up and get your song on?
Oh, man. Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to everybody who's helped me, believe in me. And a big shout-out to everybody who's, anybody who has a dream, chase it, because, me and Robert, we haven't talked since I was, 17 on the radio last time. And I was still doing country, and here I am now, moved to a city and getting to bigger spots. I even worked with Louis the Singer. He's a phenomenal upcoming country R&B artist. So shout out to him. He gave me that big push, big support. But man, I'm just excited. I'm excited tonight. Hopefully we can get some good people out here, get some good drinks going on.
Man, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. And again, thank you for rolling with me and doing this morning interview instead of the evening like we normally do. So that's going to wrap it up here with Tony Hernandez. Don't miss him tonight at Broadway 830. He's the singer, and you also play guitar for Tones Country. Here's their new single. It's called Getting Over You. You can see it live tonight at Broadway 830 on Friday Night Live. This is UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, sir, man. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have you been? I hope you're doing